This is Aaron Levine. I'm here in New Egypt. Where's New Egypt, New Jersey?
New Egypt.
At Ray's Roadside Kitchen with my good friend Mike Timpani from Timpani Home Inspections. We're here with a smorgasbord of lunch that I can't wait to get into. So we're going to talk fast so we can eat more when we get into it. I've got my chili, my crispy chicken with some hot honey on it. We've got chicken fingers, some hot honey, some french fries, and chili. And there's dessert somewhere else, too.
And we have to mention the Puck's soda. It's the all-natural pure cane soda. Like, this soda is the best.
But I went for the diet soda because I have fried chicken and chili in front of me. But
you needed the diet. Come on, this is like...
I'll fix it. I promise.
A sin. That is a sin.
So, Mike, this is our third time on camera.
Yeah.
Like, this is the easiest way to get together for lunch. It's like, hey, we're going to bring a camera and a microphone, and we're going to sit and have lunch.
This is the best idea I think you've had. A lot less stressful than that studio. Like, when I walked into the studio that day, like, just being in that main stage
at Rec Productions, right?
Holy crap! It is like it's amazing. That place is amazing.
So I'm doing an event there on January 26th.
Yeah, I saw that.
We just posted it yesterday. We're doing a professional networking and story building event. It's me, Carrie Bellog from Brand Groupies, and James from Rec Productions. We're doing like 30 minutes of presentation, so to speak, and a little bit of story building, and then networking with some drinks. And anybody that signs up gets to do a 30-second elevator pitch for their product, for their brand, for their person.
Awesome.
And then go home with a video ready to upload to Instagram, TikTok, wherever.
Oh, wow.
So just a cool little way to get some more stuff out there. But you were there when we were with Andrew and we were shooting for Totally Local.
Totally Local, right?
And we did a shot of tequila.
Or a few, maybe.
There were a few shots of tequila when we were doing that. So that was a whole heck of a lot of fun. But you had me as a guest on your first podcast that you were doing was called
the First Timers Podcast.
The First Timers Podcast. Yes. And we drank tequila there also with me.
Yeah,
right.
No tequila today.
And I think we did that in Bellworks. No tequila, although we should have brought a little rum to put in the soda. Would have really hit the spot to close that dry January out. So 2022 was a big year for you. I know it was because I follow you and we've stayed in touch. 2023 is going to be interesting with the way the real estate market is.
Definitely is.
Give us a little background about what you've been up to, and then we'll talk about where we're going.
Yeah, so 2022 was huge in the fact that I left a full-time, solid career at the New Jersey Turnpike Authority that I was doing every night and doing construction, real estate, and everything during the day. And I kind of I set up some metrics along the way, and I was like, if I hit these numbers, I'm betting on me.
That's so cool.
And I hit those numbers, and it was like, are you serious now? I mean, like, for those that don't know, like, the Turnpike is pretty much the most secure job in the world. You pretty much die or have to kill somebody to get out of there. It is the most secure job, and I'm probably one of the crazy ones, but
you did it.
I'm happy I did it, and looking back, and I'm still excited that I did it, and happy, and it's crazy for people that are in the corporate, like, career world. When you're a part of that, you don't notice how many people are just counting down the days till retirement.
Right.
And counting down those days is, to me, it's like a prison sentence.
Right.
It was like everyone I talked to was like, oh, I got 4 more winters until retirement. I got 3 more winters. And I was like, I don't even want to think about retirement. I just want to think about doing what I love and helping people and just everything else that'll come with it. So I created a plan, and I hit, like I said, those metrics, and I was like, it's time to do it. And I'm not going to lie, it was scary. It's been stressful, kind of going from 2 incomes to 1.
Right.
It was a big jump.
But ripping that Band-Aid off is so important. And for, anybody that's thinking about ripping the Band-Aid off in your career to move into, you took your career and then your side hustle, so to speak, and turned your side hustle into your business and your profession and got out of your career, right? Like, that's a huge move.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's a scary move, like you said, but we're in the beginning of 2023, and it's a great time to think about making those moves.
Absolutely.
If you've got the side hustle going and it's proven successful and you can really make it work, to put that focus in and your energy then, right? Because you were working nights.
Yeah.
And then putting your energy into doing the inspections and the real estate and the construction during the day. Now you can put it all in during the day and then spend more time with the family.
100. And that was like my biggest motivation is being able to, I was at the practices, I was the coach, but I wasn't as present because I was halfway dead. Like I was exhausted. So being able to do all of this and legitimately be there now. You know, I drop my kids off at school and pick them up. I coach for them. I'm at their practices. Those are all things that like are now by design that I'm able to do, and it's only because I took that step and that leap. And you know, all the other stuff that comes along with being a business owner, that's a different type of stress that I didn't really have, but it is so worth it.
Sometimes I wish I can go get a job.
Yeah,
but then I wouldn't be able to do this, right?
Yeah, it's there's times where I'm like, what was I thinking? But those times are like a small percentage of my overall time ever thinking.
Right.
You know.
So we know 2021, 2022, wild ride in real estate.
Crazy. Yeah.
Where are you seeing things right now, and where do you see things moving to? Like, what trends are you following right now, and how's your business going?
Yeah, so like one of the great things is I'm still licensed as a realtor, although I don't practice, but it keeps my pulse on the market in a different way than I think most people outside of that world have that information. So from what I'm seeing, it definitely slowed down. Volume went down crazy. I think listings are a little harder to get now. But it seems like the buyers are coming out of the woodwork now that the interest rates have kind of leveled off a little bit. So for me, I'm still staying pretty steady. And this time of year, it's historically slower. So I think with the market changing, you feel like it's even worse than what it is. I think we're in an okay place. I think we've had such a deficit in listings that I don't think buyers are going away. I think people still need homes. I think the listings are going to be the harder part to gain for a lot of agents. I see a lot of leaders become producers now. They went back into the realtor
They got to
role.
go back to work. Yep.
Yeah. So that just shows you what's going on there. So for me, what I'm doing to kind of add some more value for my clients is, especially more for my agents that are listing, is we're doing more pre-listing inspections.
I like that.
And we're also doing repairs on those pre-listing inspections.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So now buyers are able to ask for more at a home inspection. They're not foregoing home inspections. They're asking for credits. They're asking for repairs. So the agents, my great agents that understand what's going on now, they see the value in me coming in, doing the inspection beforehand, and kind of fixing the main things that'll hang up the deal down the road.
So it's funny, 2 years ago, inspections were done because the bank required them to be done, but nobody looked at it because the inspections were all waived.
Yeah, exactly.
Now the inspection is relevant again, right? And as an insurance agent, that's one thing we ask for. When we're writing insurance for a new home buyer, I want to see the inspection report. Not because I'm nitpicking or worried about anything. I want to get a close-up photo of the roof. I want to see what the electrical panel looks like.
Yeah.
We want to know what the rest of the mechanicals are looking like. If everything is old, we want to make sure that we document it appropriately when we're working on quotes. If the roof is near replacement, we want to have those conversations with the insured, the buyer, and say, hey, your roof is near replacement age. They're going to tell me it's fine because, somebody said the roof isn't leaking. But insurance companies don't want the roof to ever get to leaking. We want to replace it well before we get to that leaking part, right? So we want to see all these things about the home, and it helps us write an insurance policy one time for a buyer instead of writing something that is not true. Then it gets canceled and having to redo it again. And, we love looking at good inspection reports, and we know the inspectors that provide good inspections. You happen to be one of those home inspectors, and and you post all the fun stuff all the time. You posted something today on Instagram. There's like some propane tanks and some weird lines running into a home, like, and random walls. Like, what was going on with that house?
So it's crazy. Like, what you see out there is nuts. So after some investigating, they were running their propane stove in their house from the 20-pound tank that was run through a pipe upstairs into the attic, down to the stove. And it was like, no big deal.
There's barely enough pressure in a 20-pound tank to make that run.
Yeah, it was. And I mean, that was like minor compared to other things that I've seen. But like, the one thing, I mean, I love it, like, on a daily basis. I get to not only find all this stuff, but with my background, I could kind of give it to my clients in a real way. Like, some things look way worse than they are. On a report, everything looks horrible. So, and you could be an alarmist really quick if you don't know what you're talking about. And not everything's a level 10.
Right.
You know, most things are like level 2s and 3s, and they just add up over time.
It's only a level 10 when the buyer's dad shows up. My favorite posts that you put on Instagram and on the TikTok are about the buyer's dad.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the buyer's dad?
Do you know what? Like, I actually, like, I think I enjoy them.
You giggle when when you see the dad get out of the car. You're like, oh, here we go. Like, game on.
I had one dad tell me that the night before he went on YouTube to figure out all the questions he should ask a home inspector.
Okay.
And
good research.
And I kind of giggled, and for me, it's almost like a new challenge for that day. Like, going through the home, it's kind of, I don't know, like, when you've done construction for a long time and you're doing home inspections, you kind of just go through a checklist and you're doing your thing. But when you have the buyer's dad there, it kind of makes it interesting, you know?
It's a whole new game.
Yeah, I mean, some guys are like, they say they're contractors, but they really weren't. Some guys are contractors, so then
it doesn't make it any better.
Yeah, but what's funny is that, like, when they see you know your stuff, they end up being your biggest ally at the house. So instead of fighting it, I make them a part of what I'm doing. Okay. And I think, number one,
send them on the roof. Like, hey,
yeah, can you go check that? And if I see your foot is now in the attic, we know there's a hole. But I think, like, for the clients, when they see that their dad's kind of at ease, it makes a better experience for them.
That's awesome.
So I could see, like, the parents are a lot of times their biggest stress point coming to the house. So I zero in on them, make sure they're comfortable first, and normally everything ripples off from there. So I enjoy it. And sometimes I get some great content out of it.
Your content is great. Keep posting it. Keep doing what you do. Keep crushing it out there. I can't wait till the next time we get in front of a camera and a microphone. Thank you to Ray for hooking us up with lunch. Check out award-winning barbecue sauces, and then the Big Green Egg Basics, 2 great cookbooks from Master Chef Ray Sheehan. And I'm ready to dig into some lunch.
Yeah, me too. This place is absolutely awesome. I've been through probably half the menu already. So.
If you want a dive restaurant to get to, get out to Cream Ridge. 15 minutes from Great Adventure, so not too far off the beaten path.
Right down the street from New Egypt Speedway. For people out this way, Loretta Winery is like 10 minutes away.
Oh, nice.
So it's really, I mean, everything that people know is around here. So.
Right. Awesome. Mike, I'll see you soon.
Awesome. Thank you.